Now, the other big story today, steep cuts on interest rates on small savings schemes announced last evening were rolled back by the government today, with the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman tweeting and declaring that the orders issued by oversight would be withdrawn. Remember, this is a big relief now to the middle class especially, and the elderly who are going to be hit by this cutting of interest rates. But interestingly, all this happening in the midst of elections. Well, let's go across to our panelists, Sagrika Ghosh and Desh Ratan with us. Also, Garga Chatterjee, Trinamool supporter, and Adil Singh Boparai, a spokesperson of the Congress. But first to you, Desh Ratan, already you have opposition leaders, tweeting, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, Derek O'Brien, all tweeting about the government's U-turn and this, decision in hindsight.
Gargi, it appears like some people in BJP or probably the bureaucracy under them are good in self-goals, making such kind of a tweet just before the election and cutting the rates on the small savings is going to hurt a lot of people. That kind of, I fail to understand as to how this could be done. This requires an investigation, and the people who have done it, even inadvertently, have to be punished. And there are no two views about it. And especially, a party which is contesting tooth and nail in these elections, and to have such kind of savings interest rate cuts, affects the middle class, and what kind of an impact it would have just before the second phase which is taking place. Something somewhere down the line is wrong. I don't think this is an oversight. This requires a thorough investigation.
All right, Garga Chatterjee, do you believe, what's being said? We also learned from government sources that this was the claims were that this was a decision taken by bureaucrats.
It is very interesting that the BJP representative said that it's a self-call by the BJP, while this whole notification was brought out by the Finance Ministry. This shows that BJP is a fascist party which does not believe in the difference between government and party, and they filled up the government which they are party members. That's first thing. Second thing, BJP is looting Bengal, selling PSUs in Bengal, Bengal Chemical, Garden Rich, etc., making all the money and giving it to all these loan defaulting Gujaratis who are flying abroad. Some is Modi, some is Patel, some is this. And these people who are poor BJP members in studios. They are kormocharis. They have to defend these dangerous things. Because this is the election, there might be blowback. They rolled it back. But they want to ruin the people of India. Amit Shah said, I am a Bania during the West Bengal election manifesto publication. Of course he is a Bania, and he is trying to extract profit for Bania brothers eating Dokla from the rest of the country. That's what he is doing, ruining the people of country and Bengal in particular. That is what is going on. These people have no shame. Fascists have no shame. Fascists have never had any shame.
All right, Sagrika, your reaction to this? Already many people are questioning, are we going to see interest rate cut on the 3rd of May?
Well, this is outrageous, Gargi. The fact is the government clearly on the back foot, got completely off guard. You make an announcement the day before saying that interest rates are going to be slashed on small savings. This is going to affect, as you said, senior citizens, middle class, small investors. And the next day, the finance minister tweets that this was an oversight. Was it an oversight or hindsight or left hand not knowing what the right hand is doing? So clearly, the government is deeply embarrassed by this, and it's given the opposition a talking point on voting day. It just shows that at a time of elections, this is precisely the kind of trap the government does not need to fall into. I do believe, though, that I don't think this will really make a difference, say, to voters in Assam and Bengal. But but in Kerala, where there is a large amount of big middle class investment in these in these small investments, it will make a difference. So for the finance minister, the next day, 24 hours later, just as the papers are coming out with these front page headlines, to then tweet that this was an oversight is deeply embarrassing for the government. Government seriously on the back foot.
Right. In fact, it was barely reported. Yes, I think NDTV was one of the only channels that was reporting this in a big way. Adil Singh Boparai, your reaction?
Gargi, Mr. Modi has single-handedly destroyed the Indian economy. He has single-handedly taken the money from the hands of the common man and handed it over to a select few corporates. And the finance ministry has become an extension of the Ambanis and the Adanis. And let me tell you, this is not hindsight or oversight. This is the real intention of the BJP government. They faced a backlash, hence this is a temporary withdrawal. Come the 2nd of May, you will see the government again reissuing this notification, because this is what their mentality stands for. They are anti-common man, they are anti-Aam Aadmi, they want to destroy the middle class. And this is just a precursor to what will happen in May and June. In fact, I won't call it oversight, it's a very devious design. The finance ministry issued this notification, they faced a backlash, they thought perhaps let's temporarily withdraw it. But the critical question today, Gargi, is that unemployment is at an all-time high. Petrol tax, Modi tax on diesel is at an all-time high. The common man is already burdened. Government small saving schemes is one medium through which a middle-class household is reassured about the financial sector. He puts in his life earnings into that scheme. And now the BJP wants to reduce this. This is unfortunate. You see, on one hand, the Aam Aadmi's wealth is decreasing by the day. And on the other hand, the Adanis and the Ambanis are growing richer by every hour, by every second. Look at the wide inequalities in our country today. And this is a cause of concern. The finance ministry doesn't know what's happening. The prime minister doesn't know what's happening. Then who is dictating the finance ministry? The answer is very clear. It is Ambani and Adani.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Desh Ratan, one quick response to all these wide-ranging allegations.
No, they are too wide and fluid and in a state of flux.
Right.
What can I say?
All right, we'll leave it there.
You don't answer it directly and then bring in only Congress knows everything. Everybody else doesn't know anything.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us on the show.